All right, we found her. Erica Michaels Design, Linda Stolz. Boy, we're just a few minutes here from the start,
Yep,
so
yep.
so we're going to get one in and see what's new. And yes,
Let's
go.
do it. We'll
Let's
start
go.
here in the front. This is kind of the table of what I think of as specials for the weekend. I'm releasing a club series of berries, the English sampler berries.
Oh, let's see.
These are the models right up here. And they were club series from a few years ago. And then this is a pin pillow that I designed for the weekend that's kind of a companion to it.
Okay.
And so the chart pack for the trio of berries is available, and there is a limited number of complete kits for finishing this little pillow.
Look at that.
With the fabrics and the ribbon and the
Yep.
vintage button. The only thing you need is a scrap of fabric,
Yeah.
you
That's
know, from
neat.
your stash. So
That's
that's a
fun.
special.
You're really getting a lot of mileage out of these strawberries with
I
samplers,
am,
aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
And then I've just got some fun things. I've got wool packs. I've got, button and charm packs. Just some fun things. I've made some make-do vintage or pin cushions out of vintage pieces. I've got wool, just odds and ends wool. I've got vintage flower frogs. People like using those for storing scissors and all kind of things. So this front table is a lot of the kind of fun, unique stuff
Yep.
for Galleria.
Yep.
And so then we go here to Life is Better. This was a release at Expo, and I've got a supply of the Puntini pins for the weekend. And so
That's fun.
that's really cool. So yeah, it's both the berry and the pin pillow. And then this whole table here is fall and Christmas, and it's what was just released for Expo this year, but it's also what was new last year.
Oh, okay.
Because since we didn't have Galleria last year,
There you go. Yeah.
I just brought
All
lots
right.
and lots
All right.
of
We're going to
things.
start with Halloween, and we're going to go right through it. All right.
Yeah. So I've got autumn berries, wicked cute, pumpkins please, the moon is full is this and this and this, scary berry, be like a crow over here. This one's called Leafy Sidewalks.
I like that.
And this one is Fall for Autumn. It's a couple of years old, but what I did it originally on the gauze, but what I did not too long ago is I stitched it again just on linen.
Oh,
Just
look at
to
that.
remind everybody
It can
that
be done.
just because you see it on gauze on the cover, it can also be wonderful on linen.
See, these are nice because, see, I'm not so crazy about Halloween, but fall's my
Yes.
favorite season.
And there's a lot of folks like that.
Yeah, so that's
And
good.
so there's plenty of Christmas. This is one of the new ones from Expo. That's the traditional Christmons. And
Yep.
I put it into a motif sampler, but I've also got some examples of what it would look like for ornaments.
Pull these out and make them into little ornaments. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then these are just some other Christmassy ones from the last year or two. Just all kinds of
Yep.
goodness. Reindeer Games right here came out last year and it was huge.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good one. Yeah.
And so I brought that one so everybody can see models because people haven't seen models
Right,
for a couple
right,
of years
right,
now.
Yeah.
And Naughty or Nice is a lot of fun. There's more berries. These are all. This is the newest one, the Holly Jolly Christmas, with the berries and the kind of gift box design too. If you don't want to do berries, and I brought a lot of stuff.
You did.
Brought a lot of stuff. In fact, when
Loaded.
I was setting the room up, I was worried I wasn't going to be able to fit it all.
Now this one here.
This one, I think, has caught your eye a while back.
Yep, because I still have the church bulletin that is essentially that design, and I was always going to chart it, and so then now I'm going to have to take this and just save myself the trouble.
Yeah, you don't have to chart it
Right.
yourself.
Because it's just, I just love it. It's
It's
just
classic.
yeah.
It's just lovely. So
So okay, all right.
so then we kind of have the workings of
Yep.
the thing, and then we've got two more tables full of stuff here. This is mostly a lot of berries. Just
Now, what did you say? How many berries was it you counted? Was it?
I think there's You would ask, and I should
Yeah,
have. I should have
because
refreshed
I thought
my
I
memory.
would see, and I thought I would remember.
And I'm thinking I counted 40 or 50 titles of berries.
Right, and it seemed like it was 80 some.
But yeah, it could be that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's even more actual berries because a lot of the patterns have 2 or 3 berries in
Right.
them.
So yes.
So these tend to be more. What I've done in here is more sampler themed type of stuff. This is this new Bristol Berries series that
Yes.
came out this year, and they look fabulous.
Yes, they
all
do.
together.
Yep. No, that's an excellent one. Yeah.
And this is a needle roll design that came out when we were all in Nashville the last time as a class.
Just under the wire there.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Now, My Needleberry's been around for a little while now, but it's just a classic,
Yeah.
fun design. This is an adaptation of an old sampler I have that was done by a young girl that I just found so charming. Funky cat,
Yep.
just real sweet.
Yep.
And then we keep going. Blessings Be More was new this past spring. If you've got your cat or your dog, I've got barkberry and
Yeah, I love
purberry,
that. I love that.
depending on what you want to do. Wonderfully Made. Here's a
Yes.
little gauze one, and then this is a larger. These are adaptations of an antique that I have. And then Constant Companion. The border is a reproduction from an antique, but I have added in 2 different verses. There's this verse up at the top, and then the one on gauze is exactly the same border, but it's a different verse.
Oh, okay.
And has a different look because it's stitched on gauze.
Sure. Yep. Oh, those gauze things are beautiful. I mean,
They
this
really
thing,
are.
this thing is just stunning.
The detail and color that
Yep.
you get, there's just nothing like it.
Yep.
And there's more.
Hey, some berries. Cool.
Yes, I have summer berries and spring berries and Tiptoe Through the Tulips. This one still has gauze. I still have some of these. I designed these 2 for people who wanted to try gauze and hadn't done it before because they're nice, simple, small designs.
Able to get gauze these days?
I'm not packing it in my patterns, but shop owners can get it or retailers can get it from Kreinik.
Okay, so it's
He's-
available.
He was able to find a new source.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A couple of patriotic things. This one was released just this past summer. And it's
The one here on the right. Yeah.
well, that you get both.
Oh, both. Okay.
And then this was another patriotic one from a year or so ago. And then I brought along a seasonal series I did a couple of years ago where there's a spring, summer, autumn, and winter on gauze. And then these little cushion designs are also in those chart packs.
Oh, okay. So you can have some fun with that too. And then, of course, reminding everyone that you can, because it's on gauze, doesn't mean it has to stay there.
It's still a cross-stitch pattern.
Right. Right. Yep.
Harvest Hannah was a special when we were at Nashville last
Yes.
time.
Yes.
And this Mermaid Crossing is new just this past summer.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
3 pieces. There's a topper if you'd want to do a box. There's a pretty berry with the mermaid's tail. And then this is I finished it into a needle roll. But it says, be a mermaid
In the sea.
in a sea of fish. And you could finish it other ways, but I
Right.
finished it as a fun, colorful needle
That's
roll.
excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. So
And then
yeah,
this one on gauze.
Walk on the Beach in gauze. That's been out for a couple of years, but people love it.
Yep.
And again, it would be just so pretty interpreted on a pretty fabric.
Yep. Wow. That's a
Yeah.
ride. All right.
I did. I brought a lot of
You
stuff.
did. All right. All right, Linda, thanks. That was
Oh,
good.
You're most welcome.
Okay.